Just in. A manhunt for suspected cannibal is on. You can't make this stuff up. News at 10.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lenox Justifier of Innocence, created by Zeus and Demeter to save humanity. I'm here as the character Josephine, which is Lenox in human form, and with me today licking my legs is Mr. Buddy the guard dog. Now before we start, I did just want to say I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season and have had a great start to the new year. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and I hope that you will give it a chance. As we progress through the series, we will be covering topics based on patrons' requests and on the series itself. This series is based on a book titled Lenox Justifier of Innocence, and the channel is based on stories that are happening currently in the world today. So this is a fantasy justice channel where superheroes and mythological gods unite in the fight to save humanity in order to restore the balance between good and evil. Some of the topics are sensitive in nature and some may even trigger an emotional response, so we did want to forewarn you on that. Though the topics that we cover are loosely based on real-world occurrences, we changed the names and the places of the perps and the victims in order to protect their identities in most cases. Before we start, I did just want to let you know what the series is about. This particular series that we're working on right now is a mini-series based on a series of crimes that have been going on that involve cannibalism. So just want to forewarn you on that. So it came to my attention that there has been a rise, and so Lenox, being the Justifier of Innocence, is going to look into this. We're going to uncover some of the cases, and then we're going to get some fantasy justice and have some discussions on how we can prevent these type of tragedies from occurring in the future. So with that said, we're going to get started with today's first story in the series titled The Rise of Cannibalism. We'll see you at the end.
There comes a time when we as a society have to say enough is enough. We have been conditioned to accept extreme violence. It's been normalized, glorified, sensationalized by the media and the entertainment industry. Serial killers are idolized and made into celebrities. Oh, but the hypocrisy of it all. See, on one hand, violence is condemned to extremes. So much so that kids can no longer have a fist fight in the schoolyard and then shake hands afterwards. Learning to let bygones be bygones. No, that is too violent. So what happens? They turn to online bullying, violent video games, binge watching Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix, and listening to rap music that speaks of harming women and killing people for street cred. This breeds more violence, manifesting into mass shootings, taking one's own life or that of their entire families. It seems to me like a simple fist fight in the schoolyard would be the lesser of concern. But that's just one thought. Humans are inherently violent creatures. It is ingrained in our DNA. But how we are raised, the moral compass instilled in us by our teachings through God, family, our education system, that's what molds us and shapes us into knowing what's right from wrong, to help us control our impulses or learn how to control those impulses. You ever sit back and wonder why mass shootings in schools have become more common, or why juveniles are taking their own life at higher rates, and worse yet, the life of their entire families? And now it has come to my attention that cannibalism is on the rise. What is going on? Over the last few years, there has been a rise in cannibalism cases. Cases so gruesome, it's difficult to fathom that we are as humans are even capable of committing these acts. Crime levels have come to a boiling point, and we need to act collectively as a society to reverse the trending rise in these acts of complete debauchery. In this series, Lenox and the crew are going to dive into these cases. In order to get justice and to prevent further crimes of this nature from happening, we must first try to understand why. We have so much to worry about today that we certainly don't need to add becoming someone's dinner to the list. This series is going to take a closer look at these new cases of cannibalism. Find a way to understand in order to prevent and get justice for all of those who have been affected. Which leads me to our first case. The porn actor who ate his boyfriend. Amalia, upon researching what Olga Casanama and Putantero were up to, came across a series of cases that were astonishing, gruesome in nature. She immediately brought it to Lenox's attention. In Canada, a low-budget porn actor was apprehended for allegedly killing his lover, dismembering him, eating parts of him, and then mailing his hands and feet to the headquarters of Canadian main political parties. The perp was later captured in an internet cafe that was located in Berlin, Germany, where he was looking up stories about himself. There had been a 2-week-long manhunt for the perp's capture. Like many other demented killers, Magnotta began his wickedness by torturing and taking the life of animals. I have said this before, and I stand by this statement. People who hurt animals will without a doubt hurt people. In my opinion, they need to be locked away before they can inflict harm on anyone. There is no rehabilitation for this. It is pure evil. And evil cannot be rehabbed. It cannot be exorcised by a priest. It can only be dealt with. If someone can hurt an innocent creature for kicks, what will they do to grown human adults that are not innocent? I say adults because children, I believe, 99% of it, are innocent until they are corrupted by society. I do believe some people enter this world evil, but I digress. Magnotta lured his victim in through a dating section of Craigslist. The victim was a shy and not an openly gay man who migrated to Canada in pursuit of education and social acceptance. The victim set off to have a dinner date with Magnotta, unaware that he was about to become the appetizer. Magnotta not only took his life, he dismembered him, ate portions of his human remains, and then took his acts further by mailing his hands to one political party and his feet to another. The remainder of the body parts were then discarded in a suitcase behind the building. And then he went on the run. Through diligent police work and the help of internet sleuths, along with the brave acts of an internet cafe employee, Magnotta was caught and brought to so-called justice. He is serving time, but it's with the possibility of parole in 25 years. He has recently married in prison. This is infuriating to hear, to say the least. This is not justice. The punishment does not fit the severity of his crimes. Lenox asked Amalia to uncover every detail about this Magnotta, his fears, dreams, all details. The system may not have been able to deliver true justice, but I can, Lenox said. The thought of Magnotta enjoying the remainder of his life in prison, being fed, allowed to marry, a roof over his head, while enjoying delusions of fame and notoriety, with a possibility of parole, that is not just. His victim's family, having to endure the pain of losing his victim so soon in such a gruesome way, we cannot allow that to continue. This sends the wrong message to potential psychos out there that are on the verge of committing crimes. The punishment wouldn't be so bad if caught. Oh no. We want the punishment to match the severity of the crime committed, so that if someone has the thought of committing such horrible, evil acts, they will think twice, and perhaps not to commit the crime at all. Okay, Lenox, I'm going to go research everything I can about this man, find out every detail, and I'll get it back to you as soon as I am finished. Don't worry, we are going to get justice. Yes, Amalia, we will get justice, but we also need to figure out where this trend is coming from and figure out a way to stop it. Find out what other cases are on the rise. I want to be able to stop them before they happen. Okay, Lenox, I will do so.
So that is going to conclude the first part of this particular case. And next week, we're going to do the continuation of this case and get the justice part of it. So we're going to uncover more of the details about the perpetrator and get some justice for the victims. So you'll want to make sure you come back so you can see that. And also, Mr. Betty and Friends will have a new episode coming out. That'll be the next video, so you'll have that to look forward to over the weekend. We did put out I put out like a countdown and I put all his music together. I know I had been promising to put a playlist of his music together, so I put it all in one video, and we put it together for New Year's Eve and made it like a countdown, like, you know, like the old school countdowns that they used to do at the end of, I don't know if they even still do that anymore, but they used to do these countdowns with music videos, or like the top 100 songs or whatnot. So we did a countdown of Mr. Buddy's songs, and they went in chronological order by the episodes as they came out. So you'll get to see that all together. It's a nice little playlist for the kids. They all have the words up on the screen so that you can read along and sing along to the songs. And it's fun for both adults and kids. Some really good beats in there. So have fun with that. Again, that is for Mr. Buddy and Friends. I aired that last week. So when you have a moment, you can play that for the kids. And you can just play it even to like work out or whatnot. The music, although it's designed for kids, it has catchy beats. So it's actually kind of fun to listen to, even for just regular music. So we are going to say goodbye for today. I hope that you guys have had an amazing week. And as always, please take care of yourselves, take care of your kids, and God bless.